Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at XL level 50 SPRITZEE in the Love Cup. SPRITZEE is a pure fairy type Pokemon with the moveset of Charm, Draining Kiss, and Thunderbolt. Normally, I don't tend to run too many Charmers, but today I will make an exception for SPRITZEE, as due to its tiny size, it looks absolutely hilarious in battle. For the team, I'm running SPRITZEE, Confusion Galarian Slowbro, and Alomomola. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and check out level 50 SPRITZEE in action. Hopping to the first match, picking up a pretty neutral lead, XL SPRITZEE into Electrode. And I am more than happy to stay in this lead, because that way I can keep my Alomomola in the back away from the Electrode. XL SPRITZEE has a surprising amount of bulk, considering how small it looks. We're able to tank the discharge, unfortunately not quite able to farm down. I will shield up, believe we have a move banked, and now we snipe with the Confusion Galarian Slowbro. Most Galarian Slowbros in this cup are running Poison Jab. I actually decided to run Confusion for better overall coverage against Ariados. And the opponent brings in Medicham into a Confusion user, and that is a perfectly fine situation for me. Go for the Sludge Bomb, we get the shield, and the neutral Psychic will not KO. So we do survive that just fine, and now we're going to try and get to another Sludge Bomb. They are going for the farm down, they're not able to get it, they try and snipe with their own Slowbro, but we are able to reach a Sludge Bomb, and we get the shield. I believe we have a Thunderbolt banked, and SPRITZEE is about to bring the pain. Going for the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt does big damage, and now from here, Alomomola is able to take down its nemesis. Normally, Slowbro is the one taking out Alomomola, but today the roles are reversed. Alomomola able to waterfall down the Slowbro. Back in comes the Medicham. Medicham does have energy. They're actually going straight power-up punch. I do commit the shield, and now we're going for the Psychic. Psychic will not KO here, but will do a solid chunk of damage. Alomomola trying to farm down. Looks like we're not quite able to. A waterfall did go through. Maybe I can snipe with the SPRITZEE. We bring in SPRITZEE. SPRITZEE is able to charm down, and that is a good game. Picking up the dream lead in the next match, SPRITZEE into Druddigon. The opponent save switches into Ariados, and this is why we have Confusion on our Galarian Slowbro. As since lunges are only neutral, we're able to take 2 lunges without shielding, fully Confusion down, and leave with a charge move loaded. Oh, and I actually remember this battle. Unfortunately, I actually got distracted waiting for them to come back in and accidentally tap a fast move and then die. I lose my Focus Blast and things are suddenly not looking nearly as good. We still do have SPRITZEE on the Druddigon. The final Pokemon is Galarian Slowbro, and this is a little worrying. The waterfalls are chunking, but unfortunately Galarian Slowbro will significantly outspam us. I am going to shield up the Sludge Bomb. We have to shield everything here. And then farming up and going for the Psychic, hoping against hope for that defense drop. We need these waterfalls to do extra damage. Unfortunately, we're not able to get it, but we are able to get them very low and we get a waterfall through. Maybe Alomomola can clutch this. They go for the Psychic. We're able to farm down. Opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match. Picking up another great lead in the next match, XL SPRITZEE into Medicham. The opponent save switches into Electrode, and unfortunately I don't have a great response, so I am going to stay in. They farm up to the Hyper Beam. I am not going to get Hyper Beamed. I shield, but they were baiting and they go for the discharge. SPRITZEE will survive discharge number 2, and then I'm going to farm down so I can win Switch Advantage. Switch Advantage will be nice because that way I will be able to put the Galarian Slowbro on the Medicham, and I'm going to be able to put that Crustle onto my Alomomola. So we should be in a pretty good spot here. We even get a shield with a Thunderbolt, and now Alomomola absolutely shreds Crustle. We can easily no-shield whatever they throw. Ends up being the Rock Slide. There's a little bit of lag as well. We tank that. In comes Medicham, and in comes Confusion Galarian Slowbro. Despite the fact that Medicham is very tanky, these Confusions are absolutely tearing through the Medicham. We survived the neutral Psychic, and now we're going for the Sludge Bomb. I'm expecting that they will shield here, as Medicham's their only chance to win the game, but they actually elect to let it go, so at this point, I don't even have to shield. Alomomola is going to be able to comfortably close out the match. They go for the power-up punch. Crustle will be able to farm down, but Alomomola is just too healthy. We are going to be able to farm all the way down, We get the waterfall through as well, and I can honestly just no-shield this. We're gonna let that go. That takes them out, and that is a good game. Hopping to the next match, leading XL SPRITZEE into Scrafty. Let's go. And they are staying in this lead before they bring in Magcargo. I instantly swapped to a Alomomola, and so far it looks like we are just hard countering our opponent. But the fact that they stayed in that lead has me wondering, are they potentially also weak in the back to SPRITZEE? Alomomola able to farm down. In comes Scrafty. No baiting, we are going straight for the Hydro Pump. This will be doing big damage if it lands, but they decide to shield the Scrafty. That has me very intrigued. The fact that they're protecting the Scrafty despite the fact that it's going to be switch locked into a Charmer. Scrafty going for the farm down. Can we reach the Psychic? We are able to reach the Psychic. This will be resisted, but any chip damage is good damage, and they actually double shield the Scrafty. We bring in our SPRITZEE, and we don't have to shield a thing here. They go for the foul play. We easily survive that. We charm down, and the final Pokemon is Medicham. So they were running an ABA fighter line, and when they encountered the Charm lead, they had nowhere to run. Draining Kiss able to take them out, and that is a good game. Hopping to the next match, leading SPRITZEE into Shadow Slowbro. My backline cannot see this Slowbro, so I am definitely going to be staying in. And this charm damage is really adding up. I should actually be able to shield once and fully farm down, since Shadow Slowbro is not the tankiest. And that way I will be able to leave with a move. Slowbro goes down, and they have Magcargo. So winning switch advantage here is massive. I'm more than willing to let them incinerate me down, because that way I will get to align the Alomomola on the Magcargo, where I can do double super effective damage with the waterfalls. We tank any one move, they go for the Rock Tomb, they switch, and the final Pokemon is again Ariados. And here's where Confusion Galarian Slowbro can absolutely dominate. We tank that lunge no problem, whereas these Confusions are again absolutely shredding. Still don't need to shield, letting that go. They actually go for the Cross Poison there, and the opponent concedes the match. Hopping to the next match, going up against fellow content creator and friend of the channel, Chillis FM, who is leading Shadow Electrode. He throws a Volt Switch, safe switches into Shadow Charizard, and in comes Alomomola to commit to the farm down. We should be able to tank a Blast Burn, I'll let this through, but it's actually a Shadow Overheat. Oh my goodness, that actually almost KO'd with resisted damage. He brings back in the Electrode, and I'm going for the Psychic. Psychic will do a solid chunk of damage, so he does commit the shield, but we do get the defense drop, which is very nice. I bring in SPRITZEE, and this is enough for a Hyper Beam. Again, I do not want to get Hyper Beamed. This time it is the Beam, and the final Pokemon is revealed as Talonflame. So running a double Fire Flying strategy, baited out the Alomomola, and now I'm in trouble. I call the Flame Charge, but these Incinerates are really starting to add up. I am going to be going for the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb does get the shield, which is quite nice, but we get farmed down, and SPRITZEE is not at a move. This is scary. I'm going to call it. Just the Flame Charge. We do survive it, barely. The thing I have to worry about is potentially Electrode switching back in. We get a Charm through, which is very nice. Hopefully that KOs. They defer the Charm, they switch back in the Electrode. We're going for the Draining Kiss to KO. Can we clutch it against the Talonflame? This is going to be very close. It's lagging. Come on! But it's a tie. Incredibly close game and very well played. Encountering some spice in the next match, SPRITZEE into Crawdaunt, the opponent safe switches into Ariados, and Confusion Galarian Slowbro is here to farm it all down. We are going to survive both these lunges, commit to the farm down, and leave with the Focus Blast, so if that Crawdaunt decides not to shield, they are going to be feeling the pain. Able to farm down on very low health. We are waiting. Is it going to be the Crawdaunt? It is, and now we're going for the Focus Blast. We are double debuffed. Is this still enough to KO? It is. Goodbye, Crawdaunt. And the final Pokemon is Slowbro. And from here, we should be in a pretty decent spot, because these Charms absolutely chunk. And now that we got the Charm damage, we're basically just going to bring in Alomomola to absorb the energy. And at this point, the opponent's not throwing any energy, so they probably realize the game is over. We go for the Psychic. Psychic takes them out, and that is a good game. Hopping to the next match, leading SPRITZEE into another Slowbro. These last few days of the Love Cup have been absolutely overrun with the Slow Brothers, Slowbro, Slowking, and the Galarian versions. I'm going to shield up and try and do what I did versus the Shadow, which is shield once and commit to the Charm down. Come on, SPRITZEE. KO! No, they live on 1 HP, and I have made a huge misplay. So I am going to shield the Psychic. They go for an aggressive snipe with the Medicham, but we're able to go for the Draining Kiss. And now, they've brought in the Medicham, so I'm going to be able to align it with the Confusion Galarian Slowbro. With no shields left, I have no way to protect myself from this Psychic. I will survive, but it will do a solid chunk of damage, and on top of that, it debuffs my defense. This is definitely not ideal. I will be able to reach the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb will be able to take them out. They have the 1 HP Slowbro as a sack in the back. What is the final Pokemon? And it is Solrock, an incredibly cool Spice pick. We bring in a Alomomola, and my only worry is that they have Solar Beam, but this is too early to be a Solar Beam. It's just a Psychic. Thank goodness they are not running Solar Beam. We're going to be able to farm down. The Slowbro comes in, I try and snipe with the Charmer, unable to do so, but the Alomomola is able to get the job done. Picking up a great lead in the next match, XL SPRITZEE into Medicham. The Medicham is staying in, farms up energy, and now they bring in XL Lickitung. Unfortunately, similar to Electrode, the other very common save switch in this meta, I don't have a good response to an XL Lickitung save switch, part of why this is definitely more of a team for fun than for climbing. We're going to absorb some energy, go for the Thunderbolt, we get the shield, and now I'm going to bring in Alomomola. I can survive any one move here, so I am going to let it through, and they actually bait, they go for the Body Slam, and that works out pretty well for me. I'm going to shield up this move, just in case it is the Power Whip, which it is, and now I should be able to farm down. Trying for the Waterfall down, I get a little nervous, I click on the Psychic, but I lose CMP. Please let the move not have triggered. It's a Body Slam, but the move triggered, and I waste a ton of energy. A huge mistake by me. Since they had a Medicham in the lead, I'm expecting they have to have an anti-Charmer in the back, and I'm a little worried that it could be a Fire type. I'm going to throw the Psychic to stall the Switch Clock, they let it go, try and snipe with SPRITZEE, and the final Pokemon is revealed to be Magcargo. Trying for the Thunderbolt. Come on, SPRITZEE. SPRITZEE is able to reach the Thunderbolt. This will do a decent amount of damage if it lands, but they do commit the shield. The scary thing is that my Alomomola is very low, and they are 1 Incinerate off of a second move. I'm going to shield up the Rock Tomb and just try and get through that Waterfall damage, but only 1 Waterfall registers before they're able to take me out. Now, it's all up to Confusion Galarian Slowbro. Are we going to be able to clutch this? They are able to reach the Overheat. Overheat, unfortunately, will be taking me out, and that is a good game. Hopping to the final match, leading SPRITZEE into Trash Wormadam, absolutely horrendous lead. I'm going to save switch into the Galarian Slowbro, but unfortunately this is not much of a better matchup. These Confusions are hitting for neutral. I'm going to call the bait. I need them to Iron Head, and they do Iron Head. That's huge. We live it, and we are able to reach the Focus Blast. Come on, please no shield this. It lands, and it's a simultaneous KO. Now that we've gotten the Steel type out of the way, I have hope that SPRITZEE will have a lot of play versus whatever's in the back. I bring in the SPRITZEE, but it's an Alomomola. At the very least, this is a pretty neutral matchup, but unfortunately, my Switch Clock is not up, or I would have tried to catch the Psychic onto my own Alomomola. I should be able to force a shield back with the Thunderbolt. Then I am going to bring in my own Alomomola, and we'll see what their third is. We get the shield, and their third is Medicham. So they were weak to SPRITZEE in the back. Unfortunately, I just guessed wrong with what they were going to bring in. I'm going to call the first one. It just ends up being a power-up punch. And from here, I'm going for broke. I am going straight for the Hydro Pump. Please land. Hydro Pump lands. We are able to farm down. The opponent brings back in their own Alomomola and concedes the match. All in all, I had a ton of fun running XL level 50 SPRITZEE. To be fair, You can probably use a different charmer that's a lot cheaper and have very similar results. But for me, with how tiny of a Pokemon it is, I had an absolute blast winning some games in the Love Cup with a Pokemon as tiny as XL SPRITZEE. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And we have released merch. We have released a writing on the wall based design. Link to the merch store will be in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.